Make sure you listen to my daddy's podcast right now. Is it best show in the world?
And this is the Cars Face Up podcast, and I am your host, Mr. Ty Hill. This episode is called I Declare War with your boy Ty Hill. Now, y'all know what I like to do on these I Declare War segments. They are segments of nostalgia. They them segments that smell like something. Those them segments that just bring memories back. Look. For those that's watching the video right now, make sure you hit subscribe to the channel. And you see that face inside that picture, you know who that is. And if you don't, let me just tell you, he's known as Seattle's Godfather of hip hop. He's a legendary DJ, legendary radio host. The Source magazine labels him the West Coast DJ Red Alert. My East Coasters, y'all know what that means. He's the West Coast DJ Red Alert. You feel me? And as far as I know, he might be the first Asian and Philippine in hip hop. He might just be. I can't name another one. You feel me? Now, what I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna do for y'all, I'm gonna do something very, very special. And we're gonna get right into exactly what he does. And we're gonna play this little snippet right here, man. Y'all listening?
Play real music. You gotta take your record.
Okay. Listen, man, if y'all don't know by now who we have on the show, we have the OG, the man responsible for bringing Seattle's rap scene to the forefront, Mr. DJ NASTY-NES. Welcome to the scene, baby.
Hey, what's up, Ty, man? Where you get all that energy from, man? Man, you make me feel young being around you. How you do that?
Listen, I got your spirit in me right now, man. I got your spirit in me. We got that legendary spirit from the DJ, Mr. NASTY-NES. So it's easy.
Okay. Oh, there you go. Well, I feel blessed, man. What's going on, Ty?
Man, I'm blessed, man. I thank you for joining the show. I thank you for bringing your legendary expertise over here to a young starting podcaster like myself, because this is your lane. You have perfected this lane. So, but we're going to give you your flowers today. I hate to say that because people say flowers, but we're going to give you your flowers today, and we just want to honor you as the legend you are, and we're going to get right inside your story, right? I want to start it off with that video that we just played the clip of was My Posse's on Broadway by Sir Mix Alot. Now, that video starts off with a clip of Sir Mix Alot walking inside the radio station, and he's saying, "Hey, I'm Sir Mix Alot. I got this new song, My Posse's on Broadway. You feel me? And we want you to play it." And you say, "We don't play rap music. We play real music." They grab you up and they make you listen to it with the headphones. In my head, as a kid, I felt like this really happened. Is this how it went? How did this happen? How did the DJ NASTY-NES and Sir Mix Alot meet?
Well, okay, you know, that video, the beginning of the video and the ending is really a true story. What happened was, you know, my radio career started on commercial radio in 1980, where I premiered the West Coast's first all rap radio show. And in 1988, the new owners said that we're not going to play rap anymore. We can't play rap music. We're just going to be straight up R&B, no hip hop. And I was so mad that they fired me. And so I figured, you know what, I'm going to make a statement in this video. So in the video, I was pretty much talking about what happened to me in real life, where they made me stop playing rap music. But then at the ending, I got my revenge, and then I ended up being able to play rap music at the radio station. But this time, if you look on the mic, it says K-NES. That's my own radio station. So I was able to play the music. So it was a message behind, kind of like giving the finger to the guys, But, it's funny now because the guy who fired me, we're like Facebook friends now. And,
remember me?
Yeah, things happen for a reason. And I think if that never happened, these other doors that opened in my life wouldn't have opened. So things happen for a reason, but I took it really personal, Ty, because I never in my whole life got fired before, especially with something that I really loved and believed in doing, and then I was making a living out of it. I barely graduated from high school, so I was doing something that I really loved. So they took that away from me. So basically, in the video, Posse on Broadway, the beginning and the ending is a true story. So there you go.
Wow. So where did y'all, man, I feel like I just broke history. Like I said, I don't watch a lot of other people interviews. I go into people that I really want to know about, and I go with an open mind just to get the first feel and experience. So I feel like I just broke history. Nobody knew that before I actually just got you to say that. So we just now made history over here at Cause Face
You
Up
did.
Podcast. That was real, y'all. That was real how it really happened. So how did you two meet? How did you and Sir Mix Alot actually meet to the point that you were playing his music so much that it got you fired?
Well, you know what? Before there was a Sir Mix-a-Lot, we actually went to the same high school, and I'm 2 years older than him, and I never knew we went to the same high school. And I asked him, I go, how come you never came up and talked to me? He goes, well, man, every time I saw you was in the hallway, and one day I saw you holding a switchblade, and I did not want to mess with you. I go, yeah, that was me, the old me, man. Uh, but how we actually became a team and met and everything is that we were kind of like rivals in the early days of hip hop. And you got to remember, back in those days, hip hop only came from the Bronx, New York, and it
Mm-hmm.
was very rare that you would hear something coming out of Seattle. There was one group, the first hip hop group called the Emerald Street Boys, that came out of Seattle. I was their DJ, and then there was Sir Mix-a-Lot. So a partner of mine, Ed Locke, and I decided to check out Sir Mix-a-Lot at the Boys Club. He DJ'd there every Saturday, and it was in the hardcore heart of our version of Compton, which was the Central
Wow.
District. So you gotta imagine, man, it was me and another guy, Ed. He's Chinese, I'm Filipino, and everybody there's all black. So we walk in this
Did the
building.
music just stop? Did the
Oh,
music
you
just
know
stop
what?
and everybody
It,
look?
it felt like it. It really did. It felt like a kung fu movie, man. And then, because people didn't really know what I looked like yet. When they heard me on the radio, they thought I was black. Because they said I sounded black.
Mm-hmm.
But then they go, "Oh man, that guy looks like he's, I don't know, what is he, Samoan?" And they go, "Nah, Filipino." But anyway, so I saw him DJing, and he would get the floor packed, and then in between hit records, he would rap, and he had this Smurf voice he would rap with, and then he would scratch. And I had never seen anything like that in my life. So I put my pride aside, and I said, "Hey, Mix, man, let's talk." We talked, and I said, "Why don't I play your stuff on my show, and let's just see what the audience thought of it?" Because back in those days, we never thought about playing local music on the radio, but I wanted to play stuff, and the response, we were getting more requests to hear his music, more requests than a Michael Jackson or a Madonna song, and that's how it all started, pretty much. And that was roughly like around 1983 when that started.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what that story is crazy. More requests than Michael Jackson, man. We gotta give that some type of round of applause. Lord, I would hit the button if I remember what button it was, but I forget every time. My listeners know I forget what the buttons are, but round of applause. But why does Sir Mix-a-Lot need a DJ?
Hmm.
Why?
Yeah.
I thought he was a
Well,
DJ as well.
yeah. Well, like I said, he was a DJ, but he also rapped. He was called the computerized DJ. I didn't know what that meant. Then I realized he was a DJ and he likes to play with drum machines. I mean, this guy knew how to make beats as a young
Mm.
kid. Um, and that's what he did. And he was doing stuff that I've never heard before. And that's what really got me hooked on him. And I really believed in his music. And every time I played it, we got so many requests for it. And then one day we thought about, hey man, what if we start a record label? And then I figured out we'll call it Nasty Mix, my name and his name.
Mm-hmm.
Ed Locke and his partner Gray Jones put the money together, and yeah, that's what happened, man. And yeah, next thing I know, like a few years later, we went gold and platinum. I was driving a Cadillac. I was living in my own
Oh man,
condo.
you hold up. You answering my questions for me.
Yeah, man.
So
Hey.
look, let's hold up. Let's start slow. You got to ease it in. You've been here before.
Uh-huh. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Let's start back, right? The year I think was about 1970, right? And the young Nestor Rodriguez comes over to America with his beautiful mother, right?
Oh yes,
From the Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
Where do we land at? Do we land right in Seattle?
Yeah, actually, my mom got a job in Okinawa, Japan, on the military base. So we moved from Okinawa, then we moved back to the Philippines, and from the Philippines we went to Hawaii. From Hawaii, Seattle was our home, our new home, and it was my first time in the United States, 1970, and just so happened my sister had a scholarship to New York University. So she went to New York. I stayed in Seattle, and yeah, that's where it all started. I was 10 years old, but I never dreamt of being a radio DJ or anything. I really wanted to be a pilot or an astronaut, but they said you have to have perfect eyesight. My eyesight wasn't perfect, so that wasn't going to work. But somehow radio and being an actor kind of fell on my lap, and I've been doing it, gosh, going on 42 years now. That's older
Yeah.
than you, right? Are you older or
Yeah,
younger than
I'm still in
42?
my 30s.
Oh,
So
okay. So
yeah,
yeah, you weren't even born yet when I started.
yeah. And look, that shows. See, that doesn't say a lot about me. You know who that says a lot about? You.
What?
The fact that I
Me?
know who you are, and I know
Uh-huh.
how great and how much of a legend you are. That just shows the impact that you have put on this world. You feel me? That's
Uh-huh.
what that shows. So how does nastiness become nastiness? How do
Um,
you get hooked in this hip hop world, the DJ world? How do you become this guy? Seattle's first, basically. I mean, even down to the first rap group of Seattle, you still had to play the part in it. So how do you become this?
Gosh, it was just something that it was brand new, and people said it was a fad. It's not going to last, but it's something that I really, really liked a lot. Just like martial arts, I've been with it since a kid, and I just believed in it. Something, I guess, it's something like people that become really successful. That when they first started, a lot of people weren't supportive of it, but they believed in it. They really lived and died and breathed it, and I did the same thing, and remember, I don't have a college degree. I barely graduated from high school, and
Mm.
this was something I guess I was blessed with, man, and I just stuck with it, and man, I'm still doing it now, and I'm old enough to be your grandfather. Shit, I'm still in the mix. I still got my hair. Still got my
Oh,
hair.
but look, that's something else. I ain't got nothing. So look, you doing better than me out here. You winning. Shit,
Yeah, it's a
I might
Filipino
trade an
thing.
extra couple years for some hair.
All right. Okay, I'll trade.
So you become Nasty Ness, right? And you're on the radio,
Hmm.
and you choose the Fresh Track show to showcase up and coming artists, independent artists. Now, we all know it makes more sense to go with what's popping. I mean, this was a risk. So not only are you taking a risk on something that's new that they saying is a fad and going past, and I can only imagine everybody over 30 at this point is telling you stop wasting your time with
Hmm.
that right there. So my question is, what made you choose independent artists to play versus what was already mainstream and was guaranteed to get spins?
Well, back in those days, hip hop wasn't even on major labels yet. So I think what saved my life and what made the program director keep my show was the ratings, and they were called Arbitron ratings. They were like number one every show I did, and
Mm,
it was on an AM radio station. But the ratings were number one. People were spending money on advertising, and they couldn't argue with it. They go, man, this guy's got a hot show. We're selling advertising on this guy's show. We need to keep him. So that's what saved my life. Was the show was so popular, the ratings were number one, and people loved the music, And every time I did appearances, it would be packed, really, really packed.
mm. That's man, that's
Hmm.
just to take a chance or a risk on people that were newcomers, up and coming because like I said, you're guaranteed spins with the bigger artists, even if it wasn't hip hop, you were guaranteed spins, you were guaranteed okay ratings, but you took a risk to deal with artists that wasn't known yet. You're responsible for breaking careers. You are
Yeah.
literally the epitome of what a DJ supposed to be. You're supposed to break records. You were breaking records, and you became the
Yeah,
man that they had to come see. So tell us
yeah. They don't.
about
Yeah,
some of the people that had to come see you.
oh man, I mean, I was the first one to play a Run DMC record and LL Cool J record. I was known for being the first to take a chance in a group called NWA. I played their music, MC Hammer. I mean, if you came in my room, you'll see all these plaques on my wall because I was responsible for being the first to play it, like Cypress Hill, the Fugees. You know, I just had an ear for music. I think growing up as a kid, my sister all had all this vinyl in her bedroom, and I used to love listening to all the records and listening to the radio station. So I just love music. And it wasn't until probably when the Shy Lights came out with a song called "Old Girl." I don't know if you know that
I
song, but
know, yes, yes.
okay, that's what really changed my life and got me into R&B black music was the Shy Lights, "Old Girl." And
Mm-hmm.
from then on, man, I love music. I mean, to this day, I can still pick a hit. I'm usually right if a song's going to hit or not. But it's so different now because you can't really break music on radio anymore. It's not that way anymore. It's usually like through social media. Uh, if your numbers are big, um, I don't know. It's
Go
just a
ahead,
whole,
DJ
it's
Nasty
whole, a
Nesto.
whole
Go ahead and tell the truth. That if you got the right money, you could break a record now. Go ahead. You don't want to
is
say it, but
yeah. If you do, yeah, and right money is like over $100,000, man. I
they
mean,
say it take about 200,000 to break a record nowadays to get it
you're right.
popping, just to push it. Do you ever think back of, because I know you're one of the people. I got a lot of DJ homeboys that's in the radio, and that's one of the ways that I came across you. Your greatness years ago was one of my OG DJ homies, and he
Hmm.
showed me all of your stuff. Right?
Oh,
Do you
really?
ever think? Do you ever think like, damn, if I was taking money back then, I would be like a billionaire now because you broke
Well,
so many artists.
you know what? What I trip out about is our DJs now doing gigs and selling out like huge arenas of playing EDM music, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like D Nice. I'm all these cats now, man. And God, if I was doing it then, like then, and doing it now, woo, boy, I'd be making a lot of money. It's so different now. But yeah, so the way I break music now is I do it through college radio with rapattacklives.com. And I'm a firm believer of college radio because these guys can play whatever they want to play. They can play uncensored stuff after I think 9 or 10 at night, and they love playing underground hip hop. A lot of the stuff you don't
Mm.
hear on the radio, on commercial radio, they'll play it. The real hip hop, the boom bap, the hip hop stuff. So yeah, if you go on rapattacklives.com, you'll see the charts. That's to me what the real hip hop is. The underground, the real stuff, man.
So
So
you're
that's
still
how.
involved. You're
So
still
that
involved.
oh yeah, shoot, that's how I still pay my bills, man. And like I said, when I first started doing that, I didn't do it for the money. I did it for the love of it. It just so happened that getting paid kind of came with it. So I'm always forever thankful for that.
Yo, yo. So take us back to the days of I really want to know what was the days of square dance rap like. Like
Yeah.
I want, what was the club like while he performed square dance rap? For those
Well,
that don't know, my younger artist, that is a Sir Mix Alot song. It's before, yeah, it's definitely before Posse on Broadway.
yeah, it's
And
like
it's
one of our very first real main singles that made and broke our records was Square Dance Rap. K-Day in LA started playing it, and it snowballed from there. The South supported it, and when I went to see Mixla for the first time performing, uh, DJing a dance, he used that voice when he rapped,
mm,
and I never heard that before. I mean, Nucleus wasn't even out yet, so I never heard that voice before. You know,
wow.
but yeah, Square Dance Rap was the one that broke the doors, opened for us. But we had another song on the album called Buttermilk Biscuits, which was
But
similar to that. But he told me he didn't want to put it out because he didn't want to be stereotyped as that guy with that voice. And it kind of paid off because he ended up doing beepers, Posse on Broadway,
mm-hmm.
my hoopty, stuff like that. But yeah, Square Dance Rap was the one that really man opened doors for us. And I just remember like Alabama, Georgia, Atlanta, the South really picked up on it. But on the West Coast, it was a station in LA called KDAY that really supported it and it made it become a huge hit.
Got you. Now you put a lot in inside with Sir Mix Alot career and things of sort. I mean, y'all did it as a team. Y'all
Hmm.
y'all pioneered the game as a team. You feel me? Y'all are Seattle's finest. Um, is there any other artists that you were dealing with one on one? Because you guys started a label on your own. Y'all started an independent label, which was also, like Nasty Mix that you spoke of earlier, but it was also just something that wasn't heard of yet.
Yeah.
It wasn't heard of yet. Who else was on Nasty Mix, or was it just y'all two?
We had Kid Sensation. He had a song called "Back to Boom."
I remember Kid.
We had a Criminal Nation. We had High Performance from Tacoma that was on the label, but Mixcloud was the main one who went gold and platinum that paid the bills. But aside from Nasty Mix Records, when that shut down, I wasn't too sure what I was going to do with my life. Next thing I knew, I got people like Rakim and all these other artists calling me up asking me if I would promote their records to radio. And I just
Hmm.
remembered, one of my first accounts was Paris, who did the song "Break the Grip of Shame," the Conscious Daughters, and Rakim. And then next thing I know, I was promoting Rex and Effect. Next thing I know, I was promoting, man, De La Soul. Next thing I know, I was promoting the Wu Tang Clan. Next thing I know, I was
Wow.
promoting Tupac. And I was like, wow, I like this, So that's what kept me going. And now I still do the same thing, but I do it with a lot of unsigned independent artists, and it helps get their foot in the door and get some recognition on the Rap Attack charts.
That is dope, man. I think we know what you did for Seattle, right? We know what you did for hip hop, but I don't think you get the credit that you deserve for what you did for the independent game.
Hmm.
You see people now even getting away from the 360 deals. You see a lot of these young kids, they come in automatically with their business right. I mean, their business be right before the song be mixed and mastered right. And I love to see that. Do you ever like how does that feel to know that you pioneered that thing? You showed them without even because I've never seen you brag on it. I've never seen you say, hey, we really started the independent game. I mean, we all know the Rockefellers, we all know these bigger companies, Bad Boys and things of sort, but you guys really started the independent game in hip hop. How does that feel to be that pioneer of that? And these are your babies.
Well, I tell you, Ty, if it wasn't for shows like yours, you're the one that gets the word out there about me, man. And I really appreciate it because all these youngsters that are watching your show are probably going to hear about me or learn about me for the first time. But yeah, it's just a great feeling. I think one of the biggest things I'm really proud too is that being an Asian in hip hop, back in those days, it was just pretty much me and Fresh Kid Ice from the Two Live Crew.
You live
You
crew.
remember him? Yeah, the late Fresh Kid Ice. And everywhere we
Yeah.
go, they would think I was him. They would think he was me. And I go, wow, do we really look alike?
No.
you know? But yeah, I guess just being proud that, being Filipino and I was able to do something um, as a first time Filipino in hip hop. That's kind of like my name in history. Because
Mhm.
Bruce Lee is like a guy I really look up to and studied in his school, and I kind of want to follow in his footsteps through my through my kung fu teacher Taki Kimura. I want to be
Oh
like
wow.
him. Yeah, I wanted to be like Bruce, who did movies. I did some movies. He did something, made it big with kung fu. I did something with hip hop, made it big, and yeah, it was kind of neat because he looked like me, being Asian. Um, Aside from Bruce Lee, it was growing up to Muhammad Ali. He was another person
Mhm.
who was like my hero. I love Muhammad Ali. You know, but yeah, that's a little history. To take you back to my childhood.
That's dope with the Asian. I mean, I see the pride, the sense of pride with that because I just had South Star on here. Do you remember Smiles and South
Hmm.
Star? I
Yeah,
just
sure
had South
do. I used
Star
to
in
play
here,
the
and that's
records.
another. Okay, that's another person that's real proud, and he talks very strong about Asian background and things of sort. So I find that dope, man. I find it dope. I I want to know, you had a chance, and I'm rounding this up because, I know you're a busy man. I know you're out here still making greater. So they need you, and I'm not going to hold too much of your time, but I want to know,
Okay.
you got to be around. You have one of the most distinctive laughs. One of the most distinctive laughs in the world.
Really? You know what? I don't even notice it, man. But people say that. It's kind
How
of
does
funny.
Tell us how was it with Eazy-E? Like, did Eazy-E look at you like, what the hell is going on?
You know what? It's funny. No one really says anything, but they'll kid me about my laugh. Like you straight up said something to me about it, but a lot of people won't say anything, but they'll tell their friends because you got to hear this guy's laugh. But it's kind of funny because I don't even notice it. I guess kind of like Eddie Murphy, he has his unique laugh, but he probably doesn't even notice it either. That's funny. That's funny.
Look, I got
Thanks,
a funny laugh. That's what made me think about it, man.
Oh,
listen,
all good. Mm-hmm.
First of all, the plaque behind you. For those that's watching the video, y'all got to see the plaque behind him. The only one I could see off top, I see all the plaques, but the only one I noticed is that Lauryn Hill. Oh man,
Yeah, I got Lauryn
Boogie.
Hill. Oh man, how do they do this here? I got more there. I got I got all over the place, man.
He's talking with facts right now. He's talking with facts right now, y'all. For all the little youngins that's watching this, y'all can see greatness in the presence. You feel me? And again, DJ NASTY-NES, we just wanted you here to be able to show you how much we appreciate you from the hip hop legend that you are, from the expertise, and it's a behind the scenes legend that you are. You're not one of those. What Suge Knight has said. You ain't one of those running out on the scene wanting to be dancing in the video and stuff like that. But you literally pioneered the game, not only for Seattle, but for hip hop in general. And we have the My Posse on Broadway. We have the Sir Mix Alot classics, and y'all did that together as a team. But I love the fact that even after that, you continue to propel and actually be great inside this world. You have literally, and that's what this show is about. This show is about those people. I always relate it back to the comedy sketch I saw, or the comedy show, when the guy said, "You live rent free inside my brain." You are one of those people that live rent free inside my brain for the history that you have given us, man. And we thank you.
Oh, good, man.
You.
Don't raise the rent, whatever you do.
Tell us. Shit, we all. I might gotta raise that rent, man. Look, tell us where can we reach DJ NASTY-NES. Tell us what you got coming. Let your fans know how they could get with you. I mean, you still got a bunch of artists. My job here today is to make sure the artists know that you are still out here making moves, and you are still the man that could tell them. I hope you still can tell them, right? I know you still got that ear.
Yeah, easy. Just go on my website, rapattacklives.com, and you'll see everything I do there. Or you can go on my Facebook at NASTY-NES. That's NESTYNES. Instagram at NASTY-NES 818, excuse me. And and then just go on YouTube. You'll see some of the clips of the movies I've been in. And just as long as you spell NASTY-NES with one S. Because Eazy-E, I don't know why he just always spelled my name with two S's, but that's okay. I was part of history, but that's really me, even though it's one S in S.
I've seen so many people say your name wrong in songs and stuff. They always say Nas. And I was like, who's Nas?
NASTY-NES. Hey, man, real quick, I know you got to roll, man. In the early years, it was, remember NASTY-NES? So every time he would chart, they would spell it with an ES. They would confuse his name with my name. Yeah, but I had my name before his name. So legally, I can keep my name before him, and then he started just using Nas, but yeah, I remember those days on the Billboard chart. He goes, "Hey, look, I'm on the Billboard chart.
On the Billboard chart. If I ruled the world."
Yeah, definitely. Yep.
Look, brother, I appreciate the hell out you, man.
Thank you.
Thank you for giving us a moment of your time. I thank you for blessing us with another moment of history, man. This is the Cards Face Up podcast. Y'all heard where y'all could reach him at. Go reach out to them. Make sure y'all support that radio station. Make sure y'all support real hip hop. People contributing to real hip hop. People that's contributing to what we created in hip hop. You feel me? And this is one of the originators. So get on over there, you rappers, you artists, you people that just like that real history, that real music, that real good stuff, that stuff that ain't going to be on the radio right now, but it's going to be on there soon. Make sure y'all get over there. And y'all already know how to support the show called Space Up Podcast. We on all of your streaming platforms. That's Spotify, Apple, Google, all of those places. Hit the subscribe button. That's how we actually know that you're liking us. Also, don't be shy. Make sure you comment. Go head over to our YouTube page, which is called Space Up TV. We also have the second YouTube page, which is called Space Up Podcast. Get over there to both of them. Make sure you subscribe. We love y'all. Peace.
Peace. Thank you.